Vāiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vāiguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to my friends, my brothers, my sisters, all those that are seen and all those that are unseen, for giving us. So thank you for all my friends from around the world who have tried to bring so much of the family together. And this is a moment of change. And it's a moment of change that of the transformation. This is a moment of change. Collective consciousness. Why are we doing collective consciousness and what do we mean? In the tradition of Guru Nanak, which is where I am sharing the teachings, welfare for all beings, welfare for everyone, there is a word called Sangha. How as as you transform your electromagnetic field. This electromagnetic field transforms things around you. At the moment, we are in a state of like a spell, sovereignty. That word sovereignty means you are royal, means you are no different from the source, means you are king of kings, provided you go beyond the ego. Because the ego is at the moment trying to hold you together. I will come back to this in a moment. So I want to use this word sangat, sangat. Sang means to make a friend. Gat means heart. So when you befriend the presence in your heart, when you befriend yourself, and this word befriend means no judgment, acceptance. When we befriend ourselves, this creates sangat. When we all become present and our experience becomes uniform, unified, this becomes sat sangat. Sat means unchanging. So when you go into the Mool mental meditation, you will notice that there is a quality somewhere along this process in which you experience silence and stillness. It is at this experience of silence and stillness that we become one. We become one with the source. We merge with the ocean of existence. This is Sat Sangha, that unchanging moment of nowness as you embed in it. And then there is Sad Sangha, and this is who we all are. Sad, we are all those who share the same attitude, those who have woken up to the illusion around us, those who can see the, the absolute cunning way how one side of duality is playing with the other side of duality. Because remember, the whole thing is a play. Ultimately, you too are playing the game. Don't take it too seriously. It's important to realize this. Recognize what is happening. And what is happening is simply just a scam. It's something that is to induce panic. It is something where you voluntarily put your cover your mouth. Symbolically, what is it that you're saying? You're saying, I will keep my mouth shut. I will not speak. This is really important. When you close your mouth, what is it that you're saying? You're saying, I will not use my voice. First, there was the word, and the word was God. Do you remember? This is in your scriptures. This word is you. This is your expression of truth. If you don't express your truth, the pandemic is nothing. You will make your life a misery. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. Time to recognize. We are starting to recognize the preciousness of our life and our birthright to sovereignty. You were born a free man, a free woman, a free being. You're born free. No one has you. No one owns you. You cannot belong to anything. Nothing that you have today will go with you. So we have now these like three layers of society. At the bottom layer, and no disrespect in any way, on one side of the layer to the other, so three layers. On one side, we have what I would call people who are consumed with fear. They are so fearful, their faces are covered, they've got gloves up to the isolated themselves. Isolate depression. Isolation is not what it means to be human. Isolation means that you have broken yourself from existence. So please, my friends, this total paranoia, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the virus or are you afraid of death? Why are you running away from that which is inevitable? This stupid, absurd idea that you can somehow escape death. Let me tell you a story. The story goes like this: that a man of great influence, it could be a woman, but let's call it a man of great influence, had a dream. And the dream was, in this dream, someone came and tapped his back. And when he looked around, he said, "Who are you?" And this voice said, "I am death. Be ready. Tomorrow at sunset, I'm taking you." When he woke up, he went and spoke to all the wise men, women, mystics, and said, "Look, I had this dream. What does it mean?" And everyone gave a different interpretation. His best friend said, "Look, whatever the dream means, it's significant. Why don't you take the best horse and go as far as possible for a day or two and then come back?" So this man says, "Great idea," gets the horse and off he runs. And runs for hours and hours and hours and hours, wanting to get away out of the kingdom before the sun set. And just as he got away, the sun was about to set. He found his way into a forest. He tied his horse and he said to his horse, "You're a good friend. You're a good friend. You ran very fast." And just as he said that, death appeared round his corner and said, "I thought you would never get here on time," as the sun set. You understand, death follows us always. You began your life by taking a breath in, and you will end your life when you take a breath out. But we do this constantly. It happens right now. Life and death are part of now. It's not something that will happen. It is a happening. So time to find this inner space where you can trust yourself, where you can find trust, because it is not about having faith, because faith is normally borrowed from external things. This is having trust in yourself and trusting existence, that to date existence has brought you to the point you're awake. How great is that? So now is the time for us to use this. Where are you? So you're awake. What are you doing with your so-called newfound awareness, newfound consciousness? Well, now is the time to synchronize, because we are just at the cusp of learning what consciousness actually is and how we can apply intent and consciousness to create energetic fields which then transform reality. We are just at the cusp of learning that. Why do you think the darkness has pushed its blanket over yourself, over your sense of sovereignty? Why do you think fear is being uh, pushed out from every corner? Because they all know that if you do not take opportunity of this moment, if you are kept distracted, you will miss the opportunity. So those people who are at One end of this spectrum of three are those people who are asleep, who are so asleep, they're still dreaming in their ego that their governments and their medical system is going to save them. No, it's not. No, it's not. Do not give your health, your very life, to something that you don't even know about. Research it for yourself. Don't take our words for it. Research it. Wake up to what is going on with you and to you. So there is one group that will absolutely just go for the whole scam and cannot wait to get the vaccination. They just cannot wait. And we will notice that these people will go through the process. So, but that's where it is for them. If they're not going to wake up, it's okay. Let them go where they need to go. Then there's this middle group who are kind of waking up, who never thought their beloved leaders and their great religious teachers could take them down such a dark alley. I'm afraid they have. They've told you. It's just the whole world view is cracking in front of you. That's why you're going through your little emotional crisis, your fear. So it's okay. This is part of the process of growing. Dukh daru sukh rog pya. Pain becomes our medicine. It's okay. We face our ego. We face our subtle ego. As we look at our ego, as we look at ourselves, we transcend ourselves. And in transcending those little egocentric little identities, we begin to recognize we are consciousness. We are this ever expanding state of consciousness. But you're here living today. What are you doing for the welfare of existence? What are you contributing? What is your life contributing to this gift that you've been given? What are you contributing? Are you just simply a parasite that's just being fed? Or are you actually saying, no, I need to contribute? This is such a beautiful place. I need to contribute to make it beautiful, to add to it, not to take away from it, not to destroy it. So, Sangat allows us to come to this space where you have the third group. And the third group, I would say, the second and the third group actually, are those people who are going through the process of awakening, and those people who already are awake. Those people who are at different degrees of their own sense of self. And in this space, much is possible because we are not consumed with our egos. One can hop behind the sense of self towards this conscious space of stillness, nowness, here-ness, presence, um, timelessness, without hate, without fear. This moment that you can experience for yourself. And this is why we're using Mool Mantra. Mool Mantra is the mantra of all mantras. Mool, it's the root of mantras. Every mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, Hare Maria, Hallelujah, um, Ram, 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 many Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. There are many different Om, many different mantras that have been used in every tradition. But most of them tend to be either prayers or they tend to be words. But these words all have a resonance. They have all been developed by people who have gone through the experience and have shared it. Mantar, man means mind, tar means to swim across. So mantar is that which will take you beyond the mind. Mool mantra is that which will take you to your essence, to your very root. And how do you know it will take you there? Because it has certain qualities. And you can experience each quality for yourself. And because you can experience your own subjective experience of singularity, of the transitional state of all existence, of the unchanging sense of self, or as we begin to go through each part, we can experience it. This is your essence. And as you come to this essence, your electromagnetic field begins to change. your electromagnetic field begins to be less polluted by your egocentric behavior, particularly by fear, because fear will kill you. If it's not the virus that will kill you, it is the fear that will kill you, because fear reduces your immunity, and your immunity makes you vulnerable not just to that illness, but to many other things. So wake up, my friends. Wake up. You know, get your head. Health begins with the mind. Meditation is about building health from the inside out. And as your health begins to become aligned, harmonized, mental health, emotional health, physical health, there is something new that becomes apparent. That is your sovereignty, your royalty, your sense of self, who you are, what your truth is. This is where your truth can be expressed. This is where you can become whole. This is when they ask in history, what did you do when the shit hit the fan? You can say, I did my best. I didn't cower. I didn't cover my face. I didn't dress myself from head to toe so I don't get infected. I took necessary precautions. I started building on my health, because you build on your health. You build on your body. You build on your mind. You build on your emotions. You build your immunity physically. You build your chi. You bring this together. This is your responsibility. Your health is your gift. It is your responsibility. It is not the responsibility of a vaccination to make you healthy. It will not make you healthy. Never has, never will. But that's another story. So, what we will say to you is take control of your health. And in taking control of your health, we're not just saying meditation in terms of mindfulness, guided meditation. No, we're going beyond that. We're going to consciousness, presence itself. And we are linking this presence to a lot more around you. And once you begin to exercise your intention, so as you become more aware of yourself, you realize that it is your ego that keeps you in fear. You have an ego, but you are not your ego. So you know what? You don't need to defend it too much. Your ego is what keeps you in this fear state. As you become present, you go beyond your ego, and therefore your fear begins to erode away, and then your heart begins to kind of restore its rhythm. Everything begins to balance, right? So fear is the starting point. And fear begins in the mind. It is not anywhere else. Dar. This fear comes out of fear. So fear perpetuates more fear, more fear, more fear, more fear. It's like a fractal. Fear is like a fractal that increases. But actually, there is nothing there. Fear is the anticipation of the future. That's all it is. Fear is bringing the worry of tomorrow to today. That's all it is. And if you do this, you pollute your present moment. And as long as you're doing this, you've lost the battle. You are a COVID zombie. If you live in this space, you are the living dead. The thing is, you haven't been infected, but you've been infected by the fear. And because you've been infected by the fear, you live in this dead space. You're not living, you're waiting to die. So wake up. It's okay. You didn't ask for this birth, it was given to you. When your allotted number of breaths are over, time is up. Time is up. It's okay. When we need to go, we go. You understand? When we need to go, we go. Nothing to hold on to. Nothing around you can hold on to. Your children, your wife, your husband, your parents, your friends, nothing. Even your body, nothing. Because everything is in a constant state of change. Oankar, ik, your singular presence. Oankar, constant state of change. In this moment right now, you cannot go back to the experience you were having a minute ago. Do you understand how transient this moment is? To call it a moment means that it's something big. No, no, no. It's momentarily. Momentarily. So, as this momentarily moment, ik oankar, we realize Sat, as you look into this moment of change through your breath, you notice that you are not changing. You are Sat. You are unchanging. Nam, all that's around you, is changing according to a pattern. And this pattern is called hukam. It is the order of how things are. It's got nothing to do with you. Existence will go on with or without you. You are, or don't make yourself too important, including myself. I'm with all of us. You are not the center of the universe. Your universe is the center of you, but you are not the center of the universe. So, Onkar, the unfolding of this moment. Karta, your body, all creation, Karta, is in a state of creativity. Someone doesn't come and make you and put you aside and you're 2 years old. You're in a constant state of change. From the moment you were conceived in your mother, in a constant state of change. Karta, creativity. Purk, you know you are changing. You know you are here. Purk, awareness. Karta, Purk. Nirpo, in the present moment there is no fear and there is no hate. Why? Because there is no future and there is no past. Because neither of them exist. So why waste your time? Why waste your life waiting for something that hasn't happened? You can only eat now. Can't eat tomorrow. You can only eat now. If the hunger is today, you can only eat now. The breaths that you're having, every single breath is diminishing your life. So where have you invested it? Invest it in knowing yourself. Karta Pur, Nirpo Nirvair. No hate, no fear. This moment, this sense of self beyond the mind is timeless. You are timeless. You never age. Your consciousness, I say yours, there is no one to possess this, but consciousness itself that is expressing itself as you never changes. It's unchanging ground of being. It's like a mirror. The reflection on the mirror changes. That's your ego. That's your mind. But the mirror doesn't change. It's the bed, right? There is part of the mirror that you know of, and there is a part of the mirror that you don't know of. Because, anyway, so Karta Nirpo Nirva Akal Murat, unchanging in its form. Then the moment of now, you are not making your next moment, are you? You're not saying, oh, well, I'll be alive here for the next 5 minutes. It's an organic, spontaneous development, evolution, growth, whatever you want to call it. It's a fractal. It's creating itself from itself. This moment is creating itself from itself. You are not doing it. Someone else from anywhere else outside isn't doing it. It is a happening. Saibang. It doesn't take birth and it is a fractal. To know this moment, to become embedded in this moment, is as you become aware of that, Gur Prasad. This is what it means to be in the Sangha. It's like being in the rain or being in the sun. If you're in the rain and you take a cup out there and you hold it, you have to be Sangha. This collective meditation is when we open the cup. Because grace is always happening. Grace is what you are. Your very existence is grace. You don't owe this to anyone. It is a gift happening. And now is the time to become part of this happening, this greater happening. Because the change is here. And the change is, yes, it is going to get a bit rough in the next year, 2 years. But you know what? Balance will be restored. So on the one hand, we have our COVID zombies. In the middle, we have those who are a bit here, a bit there. And there are those who are having the hardest time now. Why are they having the hardest time now? Because they can see the scam. Because they can see the scam, they're trying to wake others up. But you know what? There's a frustration. So, my friends, accept things are the way they are and the way they need to be. You do your bit. And in doing your bit, you are doing the whole. So let us now join our meditation. Our meditation is simply to become present to our experience. And we're going to use the Mool mantra of Guru Nanak, which is the Mool mantra, the mantra that takes you to your essential self. And it's experiential. And for those who know it, maybe we can recite it towards the end 5 times. So if you can I invite you to close your eyes and close your mouth. Draw a deep breath in. Make your decision. Your decision is to be present. In the big scheme of things, all we can do that is helpful is get out of the way. Getting out of the way, notice your posture. To you, because even your ego is only a figment of. So let's just call it the body. See if you can notice anything in the body that's dominant, like a ache, a pain, a tightness, an itch. Now bring your focus to the seat you're on, your chair or the floor. So you become aware of your hips and your pelvis. As you breathe out, bring this focus down your thighs towards your knees. As you breathe out again, bring this focus down towards your ankles. Next breath out, take it to your feet. So now your awareness is at your feet as best as you can. And then bring your focus to the soles of your feet. Now take your focus back to the seat. Notice how it holds you in place. Notice how it supports you. In fact, notice how the body is embedded in this present moment. For this body can't go back even a single moment and can't go forward in a single moment. The moment happens by itself. Notice how the body breathes. So the breath comes in, the breath goes out. So even the breath isn't static. The heart rate doesn't keep still. Everything within your body at this moment is in a constant state of change and movement. And which is connected to this moment on this earth, wherever you may be located. This earth, this moment connects you to all the other moments that have ever been. And this moment connects you to all the moments that ever will be. And this moment, plant, atom, subparticles, galaxies, solar systems, forests, trees, all of them that exist right now connects you to this moment of now. Taking your focus to your lower back. Notice any sensations. As you breathe in, bring this focus up towards your middle back, shoulder blades. From your shoulders, bring your focus down to your elbows as you breathe out. Next breath out, take it down to your wrists, palms of your hands, and then the fingers on your hands. Now take this focus to the back of your neck, and as you pull your chin in, notice the back of the neck stretching. Bring your focus to your eyes. Notice the darkness. Even though your eyes are closed, you have awareness of darkness. Allow your eyes, this part of the body, to soften and relax. Take your focus to your jaw. Allow it to soften. Notice your tongue. Does it feel firm or does it feel soft? Allow it to soften. Now bring your focus to your breath again. And as you breathe in, notice anything in your body that's dominant. No judgment, no commentary, just the sensation and where it is. Bring your focus to your chest. Be honest with yourself. How do you feel right now? Is this moment pleasant? Is it sukh? Is it comfortable? Or is it unpleasant? Dukh, uncomfortable, unpleasant. How do you feel right now? Is this moment enough? Is this moment enough? On your next breath out, begin to listen to the sounds around you. What sounds do you hear around you? Follow the sound of this bell as far as you can. Your eyes are closed, and all you're doing is just listening to the sounds around you. When you bring your focus just beneath your nose, draw a slow, deep breath in. Hold that breath and relax. Holding your focus just beneath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Hold your focus just beneath your breath. Move out. Breathing out and all breathing out. Stay with your breath. Notice how the breath itself. Stay with your breath. Your focus just beneath your nose. You find that your focus has drifted. You started thinking of something or someone or some sensation or noise. Bring it back to your breath. Holding your focus just beneath your nose. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Notice that the in-breath has a start, middle, and end, and your out-breath has a start, middle, and end. Your in-breath has a start, middle, end. Your out-breath has a start, middle, end. Notice there's only one of you who's aware of this start, middle, and end. There's only a singular you. There's only one singular experience that's taking place in this one moment. This is it, present moment. Oankar, the unchanging, the changing nature of this unchanging moment. Everything that you focus on, watching your breath. Notice how the breath has a start, middle, and an end, and the out breath has a start, middle, and end. This is Oankar. Everything in this moment, everything that exists around you, follows the same pattern. Oankar, start, middle, end. Everything is impermanent. everything is changing. There's nothing to hold on to. Notice while all of this is changing, you are not changing. Sat, the observer, the witness, the awareness that's watching the breath isn't changing. But the breath follows a rhythm. The breath has a sound. The breath has a temperature. The breath isn't just random, it follows a law, a natural organic law, a law of balance, a law that is called hukam, the unfolding nature of this moment. As you, as the observer, remain unchanging, everything around you, including your body, is in a constant state of change, following an order. Youth is followed by adulthood, is followed by old age. There can be no other order. Life is followed by death. There can be no other order. Stay with your breath. Sat Nam. Unchanging in yourself, embedded in the hukam, existence, which follows an order. Bring your focus to your body, opening your awareness and just becoming aware of your body as best as you can. And as you do that, notice that you have awareness of this moment of the body. Karta, your body, like everything else around you, is in a constant state of change. Creativity. Creativity is birth, growth, deconstruction. Karta, that's your body. Purk, creative consciousness. And you flow through existence. Karta Purk, conscious creative flow. On your next breath out, once again begin to listen to the sounds around you. Follow the sound of this bell as far as you can. Listening. And as you listen, now listen with the intention to listen to the silence at the end of the bell. And once again, going further, simply by listening towards the stillness and the silence at the end of this spell. Listening. Notice that in this moment there is no fear and there is no hate. This moment has no time to it. This is the nature of your essential quality. Timeless, beyond fear, beyond hate, unchanging, singular, embedded in this existence called reality. There is nothing that gives you birth. This moment creates itself from itself. Vīcʰāre sabang. This moment is grace itself. Ik oankar satnam karta purk nirpo nirvair akal murat ajuni sabang gul prasad. Ik, this present moment. Oankar, the unfolding of this moment. Sat, your unchanging consciousness. Nam, existence that you're embedded in. Karta, your creativity as a being. Purk, your awareness. Without fear, without hate. Timeless, eternal. Unborn, creating itself from itself. No one is creating this next moment. Gur, to know this moment, is grace itself. For those who know Mool Mantra, perhaps we can recite it together. Ik Oankar Sat Nam Karta Purk Nirpo Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabang Gur Prasad. Ik Oankar Satnam Karta Purk Nirpo Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabang Gur Prasad. Ik Oankar Satnam Karta Purk Nirpo Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabang Gur Prasad. Ik Oankar Satnam Karta Purk Nirpom Akal Murat Listening. Follow the sound of this bell and let's sit in the silence at the end for a minute or two. Now, trust is your way forward. Trust yourself. Trust existence will look through you and look after you. Trust is your breakthrough. Truth is your answer. Your truth. The silence that you experience within you is your truth. It is the source itself. Take a moment to recognize the gift of your life. You didn't have to buy this from anywhere. Recognize the moment you're in. How fortunate to be awake when so many blankets of darkness are upon everyone. What did you do to deserve this? Be grateful for the compassion that existence has poured upon you, for you to wait and to awaken, and then to do something. Know that everything is going in balance. There's no one to fight. There's nothing to fight for, but simply to become present, to become true to ourselves, and life will become balanced. Take a moment to thank all your teachers and all the events in your life that have brought you to this moment. Give thanks to the fear that helps you to become aware of yourself. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. When you hear the next bell, focus back to your breath. Draw a few deep breaths in And in your own good time, opening your eyes. Take your time. Vāiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vāiguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you very much for remaining and joining us. Apologies for our Facebook loss a while back. Don't know quite what happened, but it happens. We are the whole thing was on YouTube, so you're more than happy to. We'd be grateful if you feel you want to catch up. It'll be there, and we'll put the link up. Thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough for taking part in this process. Time will tell, but at least when the time came, we did the best we could and the best we can. Please join us again on Tuesday. We do this 3 times a week, and it is our opportunity to bring all of us together as best as we can. And if we all do our little bit, it doesn't take much. There only needs to be one Buddha. There only needs to be one Nanak, only one Christ. And all of you are those. So thank you. Be happy, be healthy, be peaceful, be safe. Vāiguru Ji Ka Khalsa,